Alright, so we've got all the front cross member, condenser, radiator, everything out, all the wiring harness disconnected. I've unbolted the gearbox and then I've just supported it with a jack. I've taken the engine mounts completely off the block, including the cast mount, and so now it's time to lift it out.
Yeah, I think so.
That's how it
goes.
She's out. Ah, yeah, I probably have to remove that hay.
What's that, 8 mil or 6 mil?
Ah, it's flatted.
I usually just get one little
Already.
quarter-inch socket on it.
Crack head. There's a flathead somewhere around here.
Or if you keep jacking, it'll probably disconnect itself.
No, I need it.
You've also got this here.
Oh, EGT gauge. Yeah, true that. Sick!
Good. Thank you very much.
I go down a little bit, Chris, so we're not fucking gonna die.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Little crane.
Loves it, mate. Loves it.
Very.
You worry too much, babe.
Lovely.
Whoops!
Did you get that on video or not?
Definitely did.
Oh, yeah.
Or drain tray copped it.
Oh no.
We're gonna have to chain her back up.
Okay guys, so the FTE is in. It's all mounted up, all bolted up. Now, it was a bit of a mission to get it in, so unfortunately we had to get everyone on board to install it. It took quite a while, so I didn't get any film of it. But what I did is I took the engine mounts off the side of the block, so the sides of the block were bare, and that gave us enough room to get it in there. It was still quite hard to align it, so what we did is cut the chains for the lifting onto the crane and adjusted both lengths of the chains individually, and that got the engine somewhat level. We still had to try and turn the engine a little bit to get it lined up, but because of the starter on the gearbox, that helped us quite a lot, like a bit of an alignment down. It still wasn't easy. Then put a socket onto the crank of the engine and rotating the engine back and forth to get the splines of the clutch aligned into the gearbox, and I finally got it in, but it took us probably about a good 30 to 40 minutes to get that gearbox in and lined up and bolted up. So quite a big job in the car, but still it's a lot easier than removing and fitting the gearbox, still a lot quicker. So I've only just started plumbing up the engine again, so I've fitted the power steering hoses and a few other little things like that to the car, but I've still got all the wiring to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the condenser back in, get my brother, who just happens to be an aircon mechanic, to read all the O-rings and regas the whole thing for me, put a new dryer on it. So I'll get that on, and then we'll put the cross member back in. I won't put the radiator in just yet because the wiring harness runs up underneath here. And what I'll do is I'll just mock up my intercooler kit, my PDI intercooler I got from just in Balcata, and mount that up because it's going to be a lot easier to drill and mount the thing while everything's apart. So I'll run on my hosing for that. Maybe I have to remove something, but I should be able to leave the intercooler core there and get all the hard parts out of the way while everything's clear. Then my mate Hayden's going to come around and he's going to help me or do majority of the wiring. So hopefully I can get him on board into the film and give him a few pointers and stuff like that. So we're going to do the wiring tomorrow, try to get most of it peeled off, see how we go. So that's it for today guys. I hope you enjoyed the series so far. Stay tuned because there's more coming. So cheers for watching, see you later.